Okay, so as I was saying, um, I I'm not trying to embarrass no one, man. You know, but I remember when we were kids, man. My mom really embarrassed Bradley Cooper. I think when he was playing for the Cubs, man. And somehow I guess we, used to come around him in our normal communal or community setting. Being a family's homes that we went to or whatever. You know, but what I wanted to say is that Karen didn't deserve to die, and Karen's a different subject. It's more important because of the fact that she was kind of someone who was oppressed by people who wanted to medically racketeer her entire life. And the fact that she died at 52 years of age is a clear example that something was wrong and it should never happen again. You know, in my own life, this is the advice I wanted to share, that hopefully this will be beneficial to someone who has the relevant fear of dying because they keep getting medically racketeered. Somewhere it has to occur to you when you're calling asking for demanding an ambulance and they make you give this statement. Do you think you're a danger to yourself or others? So you get all this. Well, I must really be there. If you take a step outside and walk and take a look and see, no one really feels that way. You know what I mean? I don't think that anyone considers anyone a real danger to them when you're walking by in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that you must be dangerous to them? You know, what you have is people that are making people feel unwell and are cornering them. And there's no excuse at the end of the day, me or him or me or her or me or them. You know what I'm saying? Because I have less or such and such has less. But if you go back and look geographically at the subject I'm referring to, you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to remember what happens, because first it goes that church, then it goes the hospital, but the real goal is the welfare office. And everyone knows they're not supposed to go on welfare. You know what I mean? You look back at your own life, you think about how difficult it's become. But once you become an adult, you realize that they begin to play with your finances. They continue to tell you that you owe money for things that you really don't owe for. You know, and there's more that I could say. You know what? Fortunately, I have to fill a 10-minute segment here to be beneficial. You know, none gives the right for anyone to try and collect on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it's being unreasonable. No one owes anyone anything automatically. And you could go on in life, keep getting hospitalized, keep getting arrested, keep filing lawsuits. You know what I mean? But finally, it'll occur to you that it's a result of being unreasonable. You know what I mean? Because someone has slighted you, they owe you, all this money or something like that. You know, the real point is that uh, when it comes down to the fact that you can tell that they're making an attempt on your life, it isn't the time to say, yeah, I must be a danger to myself or others, because it's going to lead to an immediate hospitalization. This had ended, but Obama made a mistake. And I think that it needs to be clear. And that's why he was gone by the end of his second term, which was excessive. He served for 2 terms. I mean, were we so infatuated about the novelty of the idea of his heritage or ancestry or ethnicity or religion when he became president that we needed him for 2 terms to go on about the medical system? You know what I mean? While they began to use it to racketeer in front of our faces, you know, and that hadn't happened for some time, but it got worse again because now police will go up to you, tell you, oh, we're going to charge you with this unless you let us put you in right now, which is the old way of doing things. But people shouldn't be getting arrested. The other thing is they shouldn't be committing crimes that lead to that. So going back to the real issue is that if someone's committed a crime against you and it's making you feel unwell mentally, you need assistance. Because the same way they say that, oh, if you are an actor, you can adapt an acting complex, you can suffer the same character defects or flaws. I can't believe that someone did this to me, but they put this on me and they used it to racketeer and put me in medical custody. Meaning inpatient hospitalization, just used coercion and took me into custody by trying to tell me that I needed to go get a physical or something, which is ridiculous. Because it's the same false form of assistance, and it comes from people going to churches. Because yes sir, no sir, we're going to convert you to our religion or our way of being, or that our financial problem has to be your financial problem. Throwing away money on a church, no one needs it. Um, so that's the real point that I'm making. It's not a healthy arrangement to keep doing that, giving your money month after month, to keep a building open where people use you, you know, and they're dancing around, jumping up and down, and displaying the same type of behavior because all these fancy words people use. I mean, technically, essentially, what they should really be saying is hostile, isn't it? Which is why they ask you this question: are you a danger to yourself or others? You have to be able to step outside to go see that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then especially for them, and it's even more sarcastic and snide to turn around, book someone, and then bill them $600 for an ambulance. Um, but it's bad. A lot of other things happened from there, but it comes back to also the IRS. Who's answering the phone for the IRS when they start claiming that people owe these exorbitant amounts of money? Which ends up finally having to be worked out in court. But so there you have it. That's mail fraud. And the last thing you want to do is, if you could tell that something ain't right with your mail, technically the correct answer is that you should stop. Your real goal should be not to get any mail, if that's the case. And that should be good, not to get mail. But the last thing you want to do is go file a lawsuit in that case. Because none good's going to come from. You're not going to get anything by claiming that someone owes you all this money. You're not going to get it. No matter, and it's simple. It's that if people are rearranging things so that they can steal, they're going to be caught. You're going to know it as soon as you get home. You're not going to feel well at all. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to have to be made aware. So that's my real statement about this. Man, and I'm glad actually, because we're coming to the end of this segment again. I'm nearing my 10-minute mark. I had some more to say, but it's about the same fluctuation because people need a constant multiplier of 1.26 in their base assets to see exactly what they have to do to be able to accomplish that in order to survive. But it's this same $242.58 that is where the corruption schemes and scandals come in. And that needs to be eliminated. So these people speak for themselves. They really do. I know most of us desire it. They'd have to be able to, but the assumption or presumption is that in breaking the law, they were taken into custody immediately. So I'm gonna go on ahead with this. Uh, I hope that you found this knowledge informative or beneficial, and you don't have to do anything to promote me or anything that I've said or done. But if you write it down and you can use it to defend or help yourself in life, then I think that it will be good. So thanks for watching and listening. Bye.